Hi, today's the fourth day of my month video blog. I'll be sharing with you my experiences and how I deal with them. Today has been very full of, how do I call it? Insightful, exciting, down moments, and I'll share them all with you. So, first of all, when I got up this morning, I had a message and I was focused on doing something, really strongly focused. I've never been as strongly focused about doing this certain thing. And what the call was doing was to find out and test me and see how focused I am. And the reason why I'm talking about being focused is because when we try, because in the past, a few years ago, um, and maybe sometimes I do experience it, that when I am focused on doing something, there's always, we're human beings. We've got emotions, we've got feelings. There are always moments where doubts and concerns come into play, and for some reason it does happen, but not as I would want it to be. So this time around, I was very, very focused. I visualized what I wanted to be like. I visualized how I like to feel like when it's done, and it was very, very massively strong. And the call was actually just testing me to see how strong I am in what I'm focusing on. So my words to you is keep your head straight. And when I say head, doesn't necessarily have to be your physical head. Keep whatever it is that you want to do focused. Be as strong as you can on it. Visualize the feeling, the end feeling as to where it is that you want to be. The feeling is the most important bit, actually feeling how you want to be at the place, and how you'd want the results to look like as well. So focus and stand strong in it. You would get things coming from left, right, center, back and front, trying to see how strong you are in your focus. So just keep at it. And when you keep at it, when they come to you, it will not actually phase you whatsoever. The other thing is I've got a cold sore. I've got a cold sore just right up there. It started last night, I think, and this morning I'm thinking, oops, I've got a cold sore and it's starting to hurt me now. I've got a meeting tomorrow and I can't present myself. I'm quite disappointed about that. I can't present myself with a cold sore because by tomorrow it's going to be bigger and it's actually hurting me now. Why have I got the cold sore? I'll tell you why I've got the cold sore. My soul and my spirit is running faster than my body. So my body is trying to catch up with how fast my mind and my soul and my spirit is going. It's trying to catch up. So I've got the cold sore. That's how I look at it. And in as much as I want to carry on, and I'm going to carry on with whatever it is I'm doing, soulfully and spiritually, I'm going to carry on. And my body, poor body, I love my body. My body would have to suffer for it, which is all right. I can deal with it. Mine is just a cold sore. You could have a cold, or you could have a cough. It could be anything. But I'm going to carry on. It's not going to stop me. Also, from the time I had the stroke, and you might have read my posts today on Facebook, that I had a stroke 4 years ago, and since then I'm healing. I'm still healing very well, actually, and I've had hundreds and hundreds of blood tests. The NHS has been so kind. The rheumatologist is the one who has actually been able to keep me alive, because whilst I was in the hospital for 5 weeks, they found it very difficult to find a drug to thin my blood down, because they've never ever seen the type of stroke that I have. If you want to call the NHS and ask them about Tino Allard, they will tell you they've never ever seen a stroke like mine before, and I remember whilst I was at the hospital, the doctors, there's a particular doctor, I can picture her now, said to me just before I was leaving that they would like to carry on, maybe do a case study because they've never actually had any case like mine before, a case study on me and my stroke and how perhaps how I'm recovering and what have you. So the reason why I'm saying this now is because I've had loads of blood tests, and for some reason the blood test I had last week Monday, I was itching to want to know what the result is, and I got the results today, and it said my ESR has been the highest it's ever been since my stroke. So it was really good news that I'm doing the right thing. I'm healing quite well, and when I say the right thing, is something I would share with you at some point because I'm be doing a life story about me from the age of 6 to me last year. Obviously, with the stroke is part of my experience. So yes, I was elated. I was happy. I was glad. You know, I'm doing the right thing. I'm actually doing what I'm actually called on earth to do. So that's the good news. Now the sad news, and the sad news is because I've only just done my about on my website about Tinu, and what I was doing there is opening up to the world about all my experiences. Now, there were quite very sad moments, to be honest, and I am human. I'm not perfect. And in the past, I'm going back many, many, many years ago, when I tell people about the traumatic experiences I've had, I say them like it's the norm. You know, the way I say it with boldness and being confident, or I'm strong, I'm not bothered by my experience. I'm in a different place now where my emotions, when they do come up, I actually let it out. So whilst I was writing my story, I had to give myself moments to stop, do something else, and then go back to it, stop, do something else, and go back to it. And I've only just about 15 minutes ago finished it. And I, for some reason, I was down with so much tears in my eyes. I do, and I don't want you all to worry because I do have a coach, so I'm actually okay in myself. There's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with me. When I say absolutely nothing wrong with me, I am able to actually guide people with all the list of the things I have actually put on my about page on my website. So don't worry, I do have a coach who I actually see once a while or call or text, so I'm actually okay. So I let my emotions out, and that's the norm. When I say in my about page, when I say, or as a coach, when I say I can free you of all the worries and anxieties, fears, unworthiness, lack of confidence, and you know the list is endless. That when you free yourself, you feel so much lighter. And I'm not saying that you would not get emotional, but it's actually dealing with it. So with me, in as much as the emotions have come up, it's not going to affect me as it has always done because I know what they are. I let my emotions out and then I'm back to normal. Whereas some people can't do that at all. So that was my down moment. I was in a lot of, no, I won't say a lot of tears, but it's heart wrenching, isn't it? Going back to all your traumatic experience, and I'm going from the age of 6. So when I finished, when I pressed update, I'm thinking, oh, thank God. I actually patted myself on the back. Well done, Tinu. Well done for sharing my life experiences to the world. And I have said, in as much as there are people who have had worse experience than mine, but then again, who are we to say what's worse and what isn't worse? For me, it has been a traumatic, life-wrenching experience. So that's me for today. So one of it is when you're feeling focused, or when you are planning on doing something and you're focused on what it is that you would like to do, just keep at it, keep strong. You're going to get things coming from all sides of you, left, right, back, and front, coming at you to see. It's almost like a test. Let's see how strong you are. Let's see how strong you are in this. And sometimes it is the ego, because the ego plays a very big part in our lives. And the ego would always want to get you back to what it's used to. It wants to get you back to your comfort, isn't it? That's what your ego is doing. It's trying to get you back to what you're actually used to. So keep focused, keep your head straight, and visualize. That's it, visualize the feeling. And the other thing is, I think I talked about my cold sore. Yeah, because my body's trying to catch up with how fast my mind and my soul, his spirit is going. So it's got to let itself out. That's it over there. I'm sure you can't really see it clearly. And about my blood test. And I think that's it. And like I said, please share with me any questions you want to ask me. Please feel free to ask, and I shall answer them. Thank you for listening. Bye.